All right, for the ones that are watching or the ones that are going to watch the stream, I hope everybody's having a great Monday morning. I know that I'm a little bit late, but I had to do some grocery shopping, doing some bills and all that stuff I got to do. A lot of stuff, a lot of personal stuff that everybody has to do. Um, it's well worth knowing that there's not really much you can do about it, but if you have to do something like eat, like rent or something, and everybody has to do rent in their lives. Otherwise, they will be what you call it. Well, we'll see what happens, right? Mm. So that's why I was kind of late because I was doing some grocery shopping, and then when I got back, I had something to eat so that I can regenerate myself for later on or for during the stream. I'm quite sore still from my shingles. And if you guys don't know what shingles are, it's something that if you had chicken pox when you're young, that shingles will be on you. It could get worse or it could get better. It could be also deadly depending on where you get it and how you get it. I got mine around the waist area, surprisingly, and it stings a lot. Just stings a lot, but that's about it. I hope everybody's having a great, great um, Monday, even if it's the afternoon or evening. I hope you had a wonderful, uh, wonderful evening or a wonderful Monday morning. Or which here where I am, it's late morning into noon, so it's almost the afternoon here where I live. But in some cases, you could be in the afternoon, late afternoon, early evening, or late evening. Um, Whenever you are watching this, or whoever's watching this, you can always like say hi or anything like that. If you are too tired or whatever, then you're exhausted. And usually I try to make myself early as I can so that people can watch and enjoy this. If it's during the day, like the after, late evening, or roughly around maybe around 10 or 11, maybe you like to watch something, watch me stream, and you can fall asleep or something. That'd probably be the best way. If you find this stream is good, compared to other streams. I know a lot of streams are good for a lot of stuff, but you never know. Like the stream here, I do talk a lot and all that stuff, so I could be annoying, I could be not annoying, it could be something useful in a way or something like that. Just kind of make yourself available in every sorts of way. Now, now I'm going to get off the topic here and everything else like that. And there are certain rumors that certain things are being a little bit harder for content creators here in my hometown, or not my hometown, but where I living, where it's going to be hard for people that do content creating. Luckily, I am a content creator, but I'm also a stream. I'm mostly a streamer with content in it. So in a way, I'm not doing anything particularly, anything that's not. But here's the thing that I wanted to talk to you about. Every place where you are, doesn't matter if you're from China, Russia, India, um, um, Africa, Europe, East Asia, United, or North, Central, and South America, all the places that you can think of. And what's going to happen is that sooner or later, that we're going to be doing content creating in different time zones. Right now, everything is surprisingly out there for everything, right? So if you are doing something, you're doing it for certain parts of the world. Now, there are cases that right now, if you look at certain countries, they block outside media, basically, outside media and all that stuff because they don't want misinformation from the outside coming in and the outs and in going out. So it is something that every country is going to be looking at in the near future. I won't say it's going to happen right away, but it will happen generally. Basically, what's happening right now is called um, a chew thing, which means what I mean by that is that they're chipping away the Privacy Act. They're chipping away a bit each time. Once they chip away enough of everything, they will eventually take that privacy away, and then they're going to say, okay, we don't want you to do this, we don't want you to do that. We see that whatever and whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be certain things. But here's the catchy part. People are going to be paying a pretty penny for this thing called not V. Well, it's going to be like a VPN, but it's going to put you into a thing where it's going to be harder. If you have the money to do so in the future, this is not now, but I think it's going to happen pretty soon. But later on in the future, people that with computers and all that, we all know there's going to be people that do black markets on on the internet and everything else. Black markets, which is weapons, drugs, whatever it is that people do. And they're going to be looking at that very carefully on who's going to be getting it and why they're going to get it. So basically, they're getting certain things in different parts of the world. United States is one of them that does track a lot of traffic with those things and make sure that nothing does happen inside their own inside their own um, territory. But if it's outside, they don't really care about that. You know what I mean? So if people are getting certain things, they can say we don't have any part of it, we don't know what's happening or anything like that. But because they have so much security on the inside of that place, but they don't care about the security on the outside, you're going to see a lot of uh, dif- different things that are going to happen. If you have, like I said, if you have a pretty penny, you know, a penny that is a lot of money, people are going to give you these certain things. Even certain government people will do the same thing. They would give you it for a certain amount. So say if you have uh, something that you want, and this thing costs like maybe $300,000 or $380,000 or something like that for this one little chip to get information of something, but they don't have it like really updated. They have it like maybe like 2 to 5 years ago or something like that, and see what their stuff is. This is what's going to happen in the future is that people are going to be buying these big things, and these are people that are in the black market, mind you. These are not people like me or anything like that, but people that do the black market on the internet are the ones that are going to be getting these things and that, and you have to pay a pretty penny. So say if it's someone that is high in the future, like someone who is not really protecting their stuff at all. You know, who's not particularly doing whatever, and you know, letting people see everything, and you know, your personal stuff. What's going to happen is that you're going to find everything out different, and it's going to be a lot harder in the future. So if this person died or something like that, and they come and say sorry for your loss of this person, and yet you found out you're still alive, and people could easily do something like that. You know what I mean? Like people could easily do it really well. Now, here's the thing about that. A lot of things are a little bit different. If you know how to do certain things the right way, you would not have to worry about it. A lot of people go on their computers and all that, or on their tablets or on their phones, and do payments on that, and then you're one of the victims. You're one of the victims. What I call um, victims of identity theft. If you use anything like those things, wherever you put your card, wherever you do your banking, wherever you do your stuff, usually the banks like that. Usually banks don't like is when you are going to them and doing transactions and all that instead of on the computer and that. Because if something happens, say if you put $5,000 in the e-transfer or something, and that person didn't get it, but someone else get it, the banks have the right to say, "Well, that's your fault. That's not our problem," and all that stuff. And they say, "Oh, we give you a great password and everything else like that, and if your password is what you call it." See, that's the thing. There's no security of people doing stuff like that. If you're doing a card transfer, I think a person should have a card transfer security so that when they do something, if even if they swipe it or something, swipe it and all that, and it's a government thing and all that stuff, where they can say, okay, we got this, you can swipe whatever, it's secured. Nobody can break in, not unless if you loan it to someone else. Like, say, if you got to do something, if you are that person, you loan it to someone else, they can easily track it or whatever, or break the code, whatever, and they can easily transfer money out of that to whatever. Then that, yes, that would be on your fault. But there's no security for people that that do that. I don't do that because of one thing, because I know I'm not the greatest. I know that I'm not the smartest guy or anything like that. If I had something dealing like that, other people could do it, but they underneath them, they would not know if the money is being taken away from their account or not. And then all of a sudden, boom, they're taking more money out of your account and then whatever. And a person can do like 10 accounts, 30 accounts, or whatever, and they can scam your account and break in that way and then take out maybe $5, $5 a month. Would it harm a person in the long run? Yes. But would it harm the person in the short run? Not really, because they're taking out only $5, right? So if they take out $5, and depending on how many people that this guy breaks into, or lady that breaks into their accounts, and then that happens. That will happen to anybody that will be what you call it. So you got to watch what you do and how you do it, because a lot of people will do certain things like that and make it so that they living on a lifestyle on yachts and whatever like that. One thing they should do clearly is see where how they're getting the money and all that stuff. So if you won the lottery, it would say you won the lottery of this amount. Okay, so this person won the lottery. So if you were, say, like a drug dealer, okay, and that defies nobody to be doing that at all, that the government can easily say, you know what, something doesn't fit right with us. You got these two cars at this price, you got a nice home for this price, and all that stuff. Something does not add up here. We're going to do an investigation on you and figure out what you are doing. And most times, people that are like that, the government will definitely track you down, figure out what you are doing, and say, okay, this guy's doing this, and this is what a lot of people in certain countries, they allowed that because the money is coming from foreigners and all that stuff. They give them hard stuff, but they just go back or escape or whatever because their thing is not well secured. So all I say is just protect yourself when it comes to certain things, especially if you are the one who likes to do online stuff. If you like doing online stuff, get those prepaid stuff. This way here, if someone tries to take out money, at least you don't have to worry. $50, $100, $250, that's fine. You may lost it, but at one but for one thing though is that they don't have a connection to your bank. They don't. That's why you use prepaid cards to do it on yourself. This way it's a little bit more easier to do a lot of stuff. You cannot just let them do whatever. You do the opposite way. Buy prepaid stuff, and there you go. You can go on the internet, put down a card number, whatever the pre-card number down, and then get something. But after that, if they want to try doing something, like try to take out money out of your account or or whatever, that's fine because they're not taking any money out of your account. You just know that you can't use your computer for that reason. And this is why you need certain computers. There are some places, like governments, banking, and all that, they usually have about 5 to 10 different types of computers running the whole place. And they will switch it off and on each day. They will switch it to make it so that it's harder for anybody to break the code. And a lot of times, a lot of people will try doing certain things and they just can't get it. It is something that you got to look at in a positive way and not in a negative way. You got to look at certain things on what you see. And a lot of times people do have to sacrifice on what they want and what they don't want. I want to get like a credit card persistence. For me, I like to get a credit card. But I know deep down I cannot afford a credit card because I don't have the amount to pay off that credit card, right? So if I want to do something with a credit card and the minimum or the maximum low is $500, right? Well, if I want to get a credit card, I like to have it at least $50 to $100 or something like that. Enough to get groceries and gas or something like that throughout the month. Yes, groceries is getting expensive. Yes, gas is getting expensive. That's why I say $150 should be good for you to pay, and it will help you out to pay that off without hurting you in the long run. In the short run, it's going to be good, but in the long run, you won't be able to pay, and then you're really backing up. Your rent is falling behind, your bills are falling behind, and all that stuff because you're paying off your credit card because you have to do that. I get told this by my mom and by her husband saying, "Oh, just get a credit card. It will help you out to pay off whatever and whatever." And I'm like, "No, it wouldn't because I don't make enough to actually afford a credit card." And then they keep fighting with me, and all that. And I'm like, "Sorry, I'm not getting a credit card. I do not make enough." And if I was like rich or something, then I could be able to get a credit card. Then I could be able to pay it off as fast as I can, you know. And then I would not have. And all I'm gonna get is bing, 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 meaning that I'm getting the right amount into that credit card and get good stuff. A lot of times people don't think. People think just do this and then pay it off. Okay? But when it comes to rent, are you going to keep using your credit card for rent? A lot of places won't do that if you use your credit card and not. And banks, they love to harass you on those things. They love to harass you on those things. If you're late for a payment or if you got what you call it, they will contact you and everything else, and then they will say, "We know that this and that and everything else and whatever else." You got to look at it this way. You got to say, "Hey, I am going to ask you certain things, and this is what you're going to do. You're going to do this, and then what you call it, and then you'll be fine. But in the long run, you're going to be suffering. We don't care. We're going to be what you call it." And I'm just like, no. I'm not going to get a credit card because credit cards are for people that have the money for it, which I do not have. I'm what you call in the below the poverty line. When you are in the below the poverty line, you definitely don't want to get a credit card because of that. People say, "Well, you got to have credit and all this and all that." Well, you can get credit by other means, like hydro, paying heat, hydro, certain things that you can pay. You can show that you are doing this and that, and they say, "Okay, why don't you get a credit card?" The one thing you can say is, "I don't make enough money to afford a credit card." And the person will say, "Oh, that's nothing we can do, or nothing that I can do about it." And then I would say, "Exactly. Now you're seeing eye to eye." But in their terms, they don't understand. They figure seeing eye to eye. I don't know what you mean and all that stuff. You have to explain. When you are in the below the poverty line, you cannot afford these things because you food is one thing, rent is another, and whatever else that you have to survive in this world. They say, "Oh, being poor and everything." For me, I'm worried that I'll be out in the streets because I can't afford rent or food. It's either rent or food or anything else. I could live in the place, but there's nothing I can do, you know? It's not my fault. It's not the person that you're renting's fault. It's because the government itself is pushing everybody, mostly the low income people, on the streets. And here's the thing that I wanted to say. Here's the big thing. More people, there's going to be a jump on break and entering. There's going to be a jump on theft. There's going to be a jump on a lot of stuff that people want to sell, whatever. Sell the stolen stuff to somewhere, and then that be it. And it's easy to do so. It's easy to do it, and then you get caught, and then whatever, because your fingerprints are all over the place and all that stuff. It's just going to be hard. Give me a second here. I just saw something I gotta look at. Um, there is quite a bit of a lot of different stuff we all have to look at and do sacrifices of. Most times it's it's the it's the money part for most of us. Most of us it's the money part. Others it could be something else, you know? It could be not money, it could be marriage. Could be a divorce. It could be a lot of things. A lot of things that could be so expensive to do so. And a lot of couples that are breaking up are fighting for whatever reason. And it's going to be a battle between whatever. And it's going to take everything out of it. And then that be it. So you got to watch what you do. You got to watch how everything is. You don't want to be somewhere where you're stuck in a limbo or anything like that. Like for me, I can't do anything. You know, I can't do anything. Hang on for a second. So the thing is that most cases you have to look at certain things that you don't want in a in your life. You don't want people to do anything to you or to say convince you to do something, and they're going to try. But for me, they tried with me several times. And the thing is, if they ask, oh, you can get an account with us and all that stuff, and I would say, no, I already have an account. And if they say, oh, what account did you get? Just tell them the truth. Just say a freezer account. And then they're going to second guess and say, what? Just say it again, a freezer account. And then they will say, well, then your money doesn't grow or anything. Exactly. Money doesn't grow because of one thing. And you learn this throughout the years. I learned it not throughout the years. I learned it because as a kid, we all remember how we used to save money on the side. If you're going to raise a child to raise responsibility of money, you start them out young. You say, here you go, we got a thing. You save up that amount of money throughout the years. And not. And your family saves. money as well for you to grow up and get whatever. But the only thing is that you got to teach your son or daughter the responsibility of it. You can go and spend it and not have anything, or you can save it, bury it somewhere so you don't touch it, and then if something does come up or something does happen in the future with everything, at least you know you have money and the government didn't lock your bank account up. And that's what I saw. What was it, last year? I think it was like last February or something. Yeah, it was last year with the freedom protests here in Canada. Some people's bank accounts got frozen because of what was happening. If you don't have anything, you put money aside, you keep it safe in that. If you have to pay rent or insurance or something like that, that's why you got to put it away because the government can easily seize your account and that's it. And it's not only just here, it's also in other places as well around the world that will shut your account. They only give you a lump sum of money and then they will cut you off so that they don't so that you don't take out any more of your money out of your account because there's none of your without your money out of your without your money in that account, they can't charge you for anything. This is why they stopped the money these things. You got to be smart enough to say, hey, guess what? I gonna do something, and this is what I'm gonna do, and this is how I'm gonna do it. So, could could you not do this or anything like that? And you know what? Banks, governments, and all that stuff like to trap into you. They will put an investigation on all that money that you saved and all that stuff. And you know what? Because it's your money or whatever, they don't have the right to know everything. They don't. They only have the right to know most things that are in their reach. They do not have the right to go and say, well, we're taking everything and that's it. You're kicked out. We don't care what you do with your life or anything like that. They say, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Because one thing though, if you bury your money somewhere where they cannot find it, they cannot touch you. They can only think where, you know, they can only think of certain things, but you do not tell them because it's not their business. It isn't. Any government or anybody who thinks that doing the way that I'm doing it is not the rightful thing or anything like that, then you know let them think of that. They say, oh, if you get a credit card, you'd be better off and all that stuff. It's like, yeah, it's not. Credit cards, I don't find them evil or anything like that. But I can say credit cards are the reason that a lot of people go into debt. And with the interest rates supposed to be rising up on a lot of stuff, including credit cards, it's just going to make it's going to make it harder for people like me to get a credit card. Some people are already getting the credit cards that are below the poverty line, and it's already making them live out in the streets and everything else because you need to pay off that government the money. And if you're getting some disability benefits, the government will take a lump sum out of that, and then you're stuck with whatever amount that you get left. So your money will disappear and you are going to be living out in the streets. Does the government care about? The governments don't care about anything about that on both sides of the aisle. But there is one thing though you can do and make it sure. It's like I said, bury your money as much as you can. If you can afford, if you're working, if anything like that, you don't have a girlfriend or any kids or anything like that, and you're in your 30s and 40s or something like that, start saving. If you're in your 30s, start saving. Put it aside. Do not put it in anywhere else or in a jar. Put it aside. Put a lump sum of whatever you want, and then do the opposite of that what they want. Put it into something so that they cannot touch. Nobody can touch, and then you don't have to worry about anything else. You don't have to worry about food or anything. Yes, your money will be pretty much gone probably within a couple days, but at the same time, you don't have to worry about anything else in your life. Just put a lump sum of money away. If you have enough money and if you have to sell whatever you have, sell whatever you have. Make sure that if you have collectibles that are reasonable and all that stuff, then you want to keep those away as well. You want to keep certain collectibles. You don't want to share them to the world with everybody with your collectible. So say if you have a Michael Jordan's rookie card or a Wayne Gretzky rookie card or Hank Williams rookie card, whatever rookie card that you have, and if it's 1 point something million dollars or something like that, put that on the side. Because one thing is though, once you sell it and everything else, and say, hey, this is what I have. I would give you whatever. Just give me everything. Every just give me the amount that this card is worth and all that stuff. Even if the card's worth like $500,000 or something like that, $500,000 is not bad. At least you got something out of it. And just say, I don't have a bank account, so could I actually have uh, can I have cash up front instead, so that you be able to look into what you can have, what you cannot have. I like to say that we all are have different ways of saving. But remember, the only good way of saving something is by making sure that you can afford a lot of your own stuff. You will have to cut back if you are, if you have a Lamborghini or a Corvette or even whatever else, having a big mansion or something. Downsizing and everything else happens daily for everybody, even for the rich. They will sell their properties and all that so that they don't have to worry about anything else. It is not the way of what people want, but at the same time, it's not the way that you want either. You want to make yourself available to be prepared for anything that will happen. Even if you bury your money somewhere and not with it, it doesn't make it illegal. It's because you didn't do anything illegal. You're doing it the right way. You're doing it not the wrong way. You're doing it the right way. On putting money aside, put a lump sum of money, not too much, but a lump sum of money away, and then throughout the years, when you get like in your 60s or 70s, and then you saved up that amount of money, and it could be if you saved up 200 or $350 a month or something like that, and you don't smoke, you don't drink or anything like that, and you keep putting money like that in, you have no problem with anything in the future. That money is for emergencies. And when you have an emergency or something like that, nobody can take that money away. Not unless if it's whatever, drug money or something like that, then yeah, the government will take that drug money and just, I don't know, either reuse it again or whatever. I don't know what they would do with those money, but just remember, just save some of your money and keep an eye on it. So if you reach, say, like 500,000 or $5,000, put that envelope away or shoebox away, bury it somewhere, and then start a new one. Each time you put up a certain amount, like $5,000, $10,000, you want to save that, and most people will keep it in their homes, right, out of reach. And others like me, who are that would be smart enough so that the government doesn't get your, like, close down your home or close down your asset and all that stuff. You want to get something so that it's outside of your property line, and then that you can bury something that's outside your property line and say you're in a different territory, you're in someone else's land, you cannot be doing any digging or anything like that on suspicion of whatever. And that this way that the government have no choice but to give up on that, not unless if they buy the land from someone or whatever. They can search the whole place, but they would never find it. Never in a million years. Even with the top notch of finding certain things, you know how many things are buried out there that are time capsules and all that stuff, or even buried treasure in that still needs to be found? There's so much out there that people did had that they be able to have and be able to do. So for me, I'd be preparing of that. I'd be the one who'd be like driving off somewhere, marking my turf or marking the turf where I buried certain things, and then just whatever. And then I can just get I don't know, apartment or something like that. Live out in the Instead of living out in the streets, just have somewhere, build up yourself a little bit more, and then go from there. That's all you can do. If you are down, just build yourself up a bit so that you can live comfortably and all that stuff. Hey, Sam, how you doing? How was your weekend? I hope your weekend was good. Hopefully that Monday wasn't a recovery day for you for drinking or anything. But if you're like me, and I know you're like me, we both don't drink, so we should be fine. Anyways, let's continue on. And if you like this stream, please leave a like and subscribe. If you don't want to do any of that, that is fine. Want to check out my other streams, you sure can. But if you like what you see, please put a like down and subscribe. Alright, I told you that might be the last the last game here.
Often called the melting pot, the Windwall
I
foothills
thought I
describe the
saved
strip
it.
of land that makes up the border of Hullet and Windwall, the Dwarven Empire.
Give me a second here.
For centuries, it has served as a place for trade and diplomacy, and is one of the main...
No, this is it. This is it right here. We're good.
Building completed.
Gotta build a nope. Right here. Don't have enough. Shit. Oh yeah. Okay. So there is quite a bit out there that we gotta look at in how we see things. We just gotta make sure that nobody does anything that is a little bit different. Hang on, there's some. I just saw your message now on the. We are fans of Greenery. Cool. Cool. Oh, I'm being attacked, so I gotta make sure. Oh, where the hell am I?
What do you need?
Oh shit. Oh no! Fuck! Ah, fuck.
This is the end!
I didn't mean to tear that stupid thing down, I mean to repair it, but every time my freaking hands are always... Fuck.
Uh-huh. Fair enough. Let's do this.
Back.
Say the word, everyone.
Okay, I need to build up one of these things, which I don't have yet. Oh, I can do that though. And I can do this one as well. All right. Man, oh man. Ooh, pardon me. Okay. All right, so I need wood. Wood cutting right here. Oh, never mind. I got plenty of wood.
We're being attacked.
Shit, they're coming in both ends.
I understand.
Get that. That doesn't feel good. There's something big coming this way.
We're being attacked.
Where are you? Who's that? Don't know. Alright.
All right, here goes nothing.
Alright. So, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. It is going to be quite something, but who knows what that will be. Got to make sure that everything is top notch. And I need whatever it is I need. Need to do here. Okay, I'm good. Good with that. Okay. 60. Alright. Let's go up here. No, that's a castle, isn't it? No, we want to go this way.
We're being attacked.
Where? On the other side. Where? Okay, what I gotta do is build.
You read my mind. Focus, Syria. Focus.
And then build another thing right here. And build. I'm not too worried. I just need to do something. Make sure that everything is working.
Building completed.
Oh shit.
They will burn.
Whatever's necessary. It will be bloody. Understood.
Alright.
Building completed.
Son of a gun. He going.
We're being attacked.
Shit. Where? Where are we being attacked? You know what? I could probably put another tower right here.
Sure.
All right.
I understand.
You asked for this.
They will fall.
Here we go. Now I got somewhere.
Got it. You read my mind.
We're being attacked.
You picked the wrong enemies.
There we go. Now we're coming up. Destroy. Did you hear about that bridge that happened in India? That was pretty devastating. Over 100 and I think it was over 130 people that
They won't stand a chance.
that passed away. And then you get the other one in South Korea that actually happened. That was not good. Alright, here we go. A lot of devastating stuff is happening here.
We'll make short work of them. Interesting.
Prepare yourselves.
There we go. Oh no. Yeah, it's happened in the state of. Oh, okay. Yeah, 'cause that was brutal. Seeing that bridge like that, and either the bridge was something snapped.
We're being
I don't
attacked.
think it's because of the. I don't think it's because of the. The weight or anything. I think it was more
take a look.
than that, which is really,
All right, give me a second. The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
I think it's wasn't being watched,
We're being attacked.
and I just not quite too sure, but that's what I think, anyways. Okay, let's see right there. I don't see anything. Let's do this. Put it right here. All right. What's over here? Something. Ah, okay. I don't know what it is, but a lot of things are starting to collapse. Either if it's buildings overcrowding or what it is. A lot of places are getting really nailed for a lot of things.
I'll be swift.
We're being attacked.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'll make it quick. Whatever's enough.
Okay, there.
You read my mind.
being attacked.
As you want.
Sure. We're being attacked.
They will fall.
Building completed.
Good.
We're being attacked.
Oh, Christ.
It will be bloody.
That way.
I'll
All
do
right.
what's
They
required.
will
We're being attacked.
Yeah. I see.
They won't stand a chance.
How do you like that?
Good. Got him
We're
stuck
being
almost.
attacked.
Of course.
Sure.
Let's go in.
I understand.
You picked the wrong enemies.
Building completed.
We'll make short.
There we go.
All right.
They will burn.
Our workers are under attack.
Okay, that's fine. Here we go.
We're being attacked.
Shit. It's okay.
Damn it! I need healing.
Help me, somebody!
They killed one of our heroes.
Shit.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Blazes! Help me,
There
somebody!
we go.
They killed one of our heroes.
Shit, I'm gonna run. There we go. Need
We're being attacked.
fuck. Shit, I need heart. I need this. All right.
Building completed. Building completed.
Need that. No, need Smitty. Just don't have enough yet. Oh.
We're being attacked. We're being attacked.
As long as I got some defense, I should be okay for offense. And this is where I need to be. Take up my behind. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We're being attacked.
It will be bloody.
Okay, I need to build one right there, and I need to build another one right here.
We'll make short work of them.
At least now I could be able to back up.
Get ready.
Focus area.
They will burn.
Building completed.
Okay, good. I gotta destroy this, so I can't. Oh shit. There we go.
Our workers are under attack.
Understood. I understand.
You picked the wrong enemies.
Shit.
Got it.
I'll make it quick. Understood.
Okay. At least I got it. There.
They won't stand a chance.
Oh, you bastard.
Building completed.
Not what I wanted to do. I need to spin it really badly.
Building completed. Our workers are under attack. We're being attacked. We're being attacked. We're being attacked.
Should be almost done with this.
Building completed.
This one completed now. Well, I definitely know where I need to fight.
We're being attacked. We're being attacked.
No other choice. Okay.
We are ready.
We're being attacked.
Is there anything you need?
Once I get...
Yes?
Oh yeah, I don't need to...
They will burn.
I need to destroy this.
Our workers are under attack.
I understand.
All right, here goes nothing. We're being attacked.
It's okay. You're gonna have to...
We're being attacked.
I'll make it quick.
We're being attacked.
See, just like that. Even though I do have. Alright, good.
It will be.
We're being attacked.
Whatever's enough. They won't stand a chance.
All right, give me a second. We're being attacked.
So much blood.
Sure.
Okay, that
Sure.
at least now I don't have to worry about my behind as much.
We're being attacked.
Stay away from their claws. They will fall. You read my mind.
We'll make short work of them.
Okay, good.
We're being attacked. Building completed.
Whatever's necessary.
How do you like that?
I understand. Prepare yourselves.
That's all?
I understand.
I'm only getting started.
Ooh.
We're being attacked.
Don't matter just as long.
They will.
Sure.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Whatever's necessary.
We're gonna try to save that. I gotta.
Blaze.
We're being attacked.
I'll make it quick.
I'm
There
only
we
getting
go.
started.
It will be bloody.
They killed one of our heroes.
That's okay. Just as long as I can get.
I'm injured. Expansion is the key to victory.
We're being attacked.
No, 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 no. There.
I'm injured.
We're being attacked.
They will fall. They won't stand a chance.
Shit.
Prepare yourselves.
All right, here goes nothing. Get ready.
You'll regret this.
Building completed. Fair enough. We're being attacked.
Don't worry though. got here.
Whatever is necessary.
We're being attacked.
I understand. It will be bloody.
We're being attacked. All right, here goes nothing.
There.
Our workers are under attack.
Where? Oh, right there.
I'll make it quick.
Okay. There's one. Two.
I understand.
There we go. This is what we needed.
We're being attacked. Here we go.
Okay. Next. Next. There. Oh boy, this is gonna get tricky.
We're being attacked.
Give me a second here. Just need to see something. Okay, I'm gonna check that out later. I'll check it out later. Okay, for the ones that are watching, I hope everybody's enjoying themselves here. I know that I am. I love this game, and I don't know how long it's going to be, but it might take me another day, maybe today, I don't know. Maybe tomorrow for sure. It would definitely be tomorrow for sure. Um, Tomorrow the next day, so Tuesday, Wednesday, this game will be. I did mention this last week that I will be streaming Iron Harvest sometime this week. I don't know when, but whenever I'm done this game, I will be streaming um, Iron Harvest, and that's about it. So I don't know what I'll be doing in that regards, but I will be doing after this. I'll be doing that, and then I'm gonna be sticking with that for a little bit. I don't know how long it will be. It might take me a month. If it does take me a month to do that world map um, on Iron Harvest, and then that will be pretty much easy. And then after that, that'll probably be it. I'm not too sure what I'll be doing after that game. But if it does come up, like if I'm in that range of the new ones come out, which is that there are two games that are coming out this month coming up. And both of them are this month, and then I got one game for next month. Now, this month I will be, or next month, later on, will be uh, Crave. I think it's called Grave Guns or something like that. And then the other one is Evil West. So I might be playing one of them, and then I will play at the other one. And if, say, I was done those things before anything else, I will play a different game, probably Modern Warfare 2. Maybe I'm not too quite sure if I'm going to do that. Just right now, like I said, I just don't trust a lot of people, and who knows what will happen. So that's why I may or may not be playing that game. Um, but there's other games that I have downloaded, like Desperado 3. There's another game that I might be getting as well in the future, which would be probably, um, I'm not too sure at this time, but not Evil Dead, but Dead Space, the remake or the redone or whatever space, we'll be playing that. It may be a short game, but I remember it being a tough game to play. A lot of people like the challenge, and I am one of those people who don't really like that big of a challenge, but try as best that I can. It all depending on everything that is said and done, um, in a way, and I'm not too sure why or anything like that, but it's just something that I was thinking, what games can I play? Games, a lot of games these days are okay, but they're mostly older games, and I have a feeling with PlayStation 5 and maybe into PlayStation 6, that it's going to be all remakes or all redones or whatever from the past, and there's not going to be very much newer games. Like, there's not really much out there. Like, there is a point where you have a peak, when you go as far as you can, and then you're struggling, 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 and then it goes slowly downwards. It is something to see, something that needs to be done, especially for imaginary things and all that stuff. And that, so one of them, I'm hoping that they will bring out um, Dragon's Age. That was a fun one. I like to see back Emperor, um, what is it? Kingdom Under Fire. I like to see that one back, but upgraded. And I think the graphics for that game would be actually quite good if they bring it back as a remake or not a remake, but make everything a little bit more fresh. The third one is Scared. I think it's called Scarred or Scared. I can't remember which one it is, but I played it. What is it? 1 through 3 or 1 through 4, and that was a fun game. I enjoyed that. Um, the Darkness, the Suffering are the other two I like to see come back. I know they're bringing back Silent Hill or remaking it. That's okay. Um, you have what's the other ones that could be redone and remake? Like, there's so much games that are being remake right now, but the ones that I like to see back are those ones that I mentioned, um, or even something different, newer. You know, like if Dragon's Age is coming out, hopefully it's something that's fun and not challenge. Well, it has to be fun and a little bit of challenge to it, but not like a thing like, say, like this right here, this game. I give you an example. This game right here is something that you want to have in the game. You can control your things by pressing. It's so easy with the controls and that. This game has a lot of that, and it is something that I really like to see, something that I like to see more of. It's not like it's going to be a big problem or anything. What I'm saying is that I just like to see a bit more. in an imaginary thing, an imaginary way of doing things. They PlayStation 3, like 2 and 3, were probably the best consoles for its time, especially PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 had the highest record for its time, and people bought it because it was cheaper. PlayStation 3 wasn't that cheap at that time, and it's still a little bit expensive, but not as bad. It's the PlayStation 5 that's now getting expensive. PlayStation 6, don't know, but it might be even more expensive. But I guarantee that the PlayStation 6, when it comes out, it's going to be roughly, if you live in Canada anyways, it could be anywhere from $700 to $800 worth. Luckily for me, that the PlayStation 5 that I have is not over $1,300. For the game console that I got, it for like closely to like 800, $700 to $800 in that. So I was just like, yep, this is what it is. This is how it's done. It's just something that we all need in our life, and that an escape. Games are a escape thing to take out anger, take out certain things for males anyways. Even females will get into it to take out their anger and everything else. That's what games are all about, is anger outtakes, where you can play a game, play it till you get tired. If you're having a fight with your boyfriend or something, you go in your room, he goes to his room, or goes to wherever. You both are playing and all that, but separate, and then you just take your anger out that way. Now, I think a lot of people need to do that. Take it out on the game and not take it out on each other. If you still have bad blood against each other, then you got to make up by doing something different, but calmly. The ones that I like to say throughout this game is that I like to see more people, okay, doing stuff that needs to be done. You know, more people. More people that you get, the better it would be. The less people you get, the less, stuff that you would get. In not in return, but as whatever. People film themselves, on stream because, well, they like to entertain. Either it's IRL or gaming or doing cooking or doing crossplay, not crossplay, but what is it? Cosplay, I think it's cosplay. Uh, and that something that we all need and that we like, right? We all like to have something in ourselves that is a little bit better between each other in regards that. But if we're gonna repeat now, I got off topic about saying these things, but a little bit the other part is as well as the other one, which is how are we supposed to do certain things? Like what are we supposed to do in regards with repeats? Like repeating games and not coming up with something new. Like people want the old and nothing new. It's almost like they lost their way of building up games and everything else, making it fun, making it more persist. Call of Duty. now is repeating its games. And it's okay for some people that were young and did that, but what's the point? Like what's the point of being a gamer when you're repeating? Especially if you are a Call of Duty person, like say if you're with um, like the Green Wall or Phase or Complexity or Cloud 9 or something like that, and you're repeating, you're one of the greatest Call of Duty players and all that stuff, but all of a sudden they start repeating their things, and these younger adults, in their late 20s, early 30s, already gone through that, and they say, why are they repeating? Why can't they build up something a little bit different? There is certain things out there that I think that should be regards a little bit different, with gaming wise. Not with anything else, but repeating certain things is not the way to go. You're repeating to upgrade on certain things because you do not have that imaginary things. And I'm thinking there's a couple of things that I'm thinking. One, greed. I think that's what it is greed. Before everything was being done, it wasn't about greed. It was about the game itself. How it brings into everything, how it lines up everything. And then all of a sudden, greed started happening, and they want money from you, and that money to pay off their employees. That's why they go with that. To win, you must pay to win. They're going to do that with Diablo. They're going to do that with Call of Duty games now. They're repeating, but they're putting something extra into those games. And they're making it so that you are paying out more money. And like I said in my earlier streams, you're paying them their lawyer, and they could easily encounter your attack with their attack and make you this small in reality. Make you this small. And how much are you going to get? Maybe a penny. That's it. That's all you're going to get is a penny. So the only thing is what you got to do if things are getting a little bit too much repeating is by not buying. If you not buy their product or anything, that would make them go down and that would make you go up. So if you're repeating a game and you're repeating it more than once, what is a gamer like myself, supposed to do? Well, the only thing you can do is not play it. You can play it, but it's just going to be the same thing. They might take out certain things out, but that's about it. So just remember, you are the person, you are the gamer. You have the right to game that thing or not to game it. It's just a repeat of the game that's been played a long time ago, and now they're repeating it so that it could be whatever. And it's going to repeat itself in the future. I guarantee that's what's going to be the downfall of games, of the gaming things, is that they're not repeating, or they're too much repeating and not enough newer stuff in that. They say, oh, we got some newer stuff, like we're putting BRs in these newer games and that. That sounds good, saying in word or what you're writing in paper. But the one that I have to say is that with games itself need to be a little bit more upgraded. Call of Duty and that is good. Call of Duty in every sorts of way is fine. But if you're repeating it, how long is it going to last? You got the older generations that have already played it. Then you got the younger generations that are playing it, but they're. Give me a second here. Okay, I'm good. I was gonna sneeze there. I didn't sneeze. Anyways, if you're gonna repeat a game in that, then don't put it as a repeat game so that you can make it as a pay to win type game. I think that's the worst thing that anybody can do. Pay to win. Not the way that you should have. And like in Call of Duty 2, Modern Warfare 2, I should say, um, something's missing out of that. And I noticed it because they had it on the second one. They don't have it, you know, on it is the dogs. If you remember the dogs, you go and you do the dogs, you call out the dogs, and the dogs will go out there and start attacking. They have not done that. Will they ever put that dogs in? Probably not, because nobody remembers the dogs except for the older ones that do remember. Some of the kids might not remember, the ones that were maybe in their early, like 9 or 10 years of age or something, or even 12, 13 years of age. They might remember, but because they're so young, in that they just got to make it so that you can be more better of yourself. You can't let people say, well, this and that, and well, can't do that, can't do this. Pay us more, or we will not. We will make the game worse and everything else like that. And that's the thing about people these days. They don't know. They really don't know what it is like to actually do something that most of us are already have played. It's like it's not like your fault or anything. It's just morally how it is. With everything that we do, it affects it affects them. And then it would rethink. They will have to rethink. What should we do? We're losing so much because it's affecting us more than it is to them. They're getting paid and they can argue saying this and that. Well, that's all right. What type of car you have? What type of place do you have? Are you living in an apartment? Are you, like, what type of apartment? Do you have a washer and dryer in your apartment? How you're making enough? Let's take that away. You know. Eventually, what's going to happen is that people are like right now with the recessions that are happening right now and that. How many people are going to afford everything that they can afford? Even for myself, I have to take time to buy games so that I be able to afford them. But I can't do it every time. I have to build up as much as I can for money and then slowly buy what I need to get. And the game that I'm going to be getting, one of them is Dead Space. I'll be getting that, but I'll be saving my money up for that so that I can get it in the future. Put away like $50 or $20 or something like that off to a side for the game, and then you can do that. Put some stuff away, and then once you have enough, you can buy a game or something. Like up here, games are like over over $89 here in Canadian. $89 with tax. That's a hundred and something dollars. $103, $105. That's with the PST and the GST. I can't really afford so much games because people want me to have a certain game and all that stuff. But I can buy it maybe later on in life. I'm not saying that I won't be getting it. I'm just saying that I won't be getting it right away. There's other games that I like to get besides what you want me to get. People want me to get Rust, which I don't think the game consoles have Rust, but if it does, that's what people like. They like those type of games. I'm not that type of person who likes Rust. I like to play games that I like to play. I don't like to play games that people like themselves like to play, you know? That's how I am, and that's what I look at. We should all remember that we do all have a lot of um, a lot of respect, not respect, but more more of um, not tradition, um, more like I just can't. But responsibilities, more responsibilities in our lives. If you are a low income person like myself, you have responsibility of rent, food, um, internet, and whatever else that you do that you have to do. You have responsibility of doing that, right? And then whatever money that you have left over, you'll be able to buy a game here or there. The two games that I got were I was lucky that it was actually not that expensive. So those two games that I got right away. In other time, I was just I was feeling down and I was feeling out, and I did not know why I was feeling down and out. I wasn't depressed or anything. It's just because I was getting ready to move away from where I'm living right now to somewhere else that my own family is not supporting me on that. And the reason why they don't support me on it is because they want me to stay here. And I don't like staying here very long because that's how I am. I have to move. There's this stuff that people have. You got one person that doesn't really do anything that they do, but they have the everything that they want to do it. They have everything, and not, and yet the person like myself that does not have very much of anything or anything to, you know, you just need to be out of the place that you are in. Get out of that place, go somewhere where it feels a little bit easier on you, that's less stressful and all that stuff, and then that be it. But if people figure they can use your words against yourself, then, something will happen. And I don't want that to happen to you or to anybody else. And it's not like what I'm saying is that I'd be doing anything. It's just we all have our strengths, we all have our weaknesses, we all have our once and not once and none of it, you know, like hey, my like everybody just does not in my own home. They figure you stay here, everywhere else is expensive, but here is cheaper. What it's just, I don't have anything to do, and if something happens, I don't know what's going to happen because I'm not insured on anything. If I lose stuff, they're all gone. Everything that I have is all gone because I can't get um, the insurance for my stuff. If I lose the TV, I won't get that. If I lose the PlayStation, I won't get that. If I lose the computer, I won't be able to get it. If I lose whatever, I don't get anything because I don't have a lot of I can't afford the insurance. And it really sucks. And you have to worry over top of buying games, buying stuff that you want to entertain people as long as you want, and that that way it gets harder and harder to afford what you can afford. Like I get people wanting me to buy certain games and I can't do anything because of one, I have IBD, so I have to do this stupid blood work and all that stuff, and it's almost like that I'm on I just wish that I had, you know, if I had like 50 million, then I'd be fine. If I had 80 million, I'd be even better. As you go, you get even better. If if I had certain things, I wouldn't have to worry about my health because I don't have to be scared of, if I'm kicked out in the streets in the hospital or whatever, you got to do these treatments and all that stuff, and they can't get a hold of you. You know what I mean? Like a lot of things here is really hurting me. So much so that I just wish that a person could buy me out. Like if I can get a person to buy me out of like the disability thing and that and making sure that I'm okay for doing blood tests, to doing Remicade, to getting the scope, doing everything that my body needs for a checkup. I just don't know if I have it in me. I really don't. And I try to be as good as I can to entertain you, but it's just getting really hard to get the games that I like to buy and being expensive and that's why I have 3 games that I bought and hopefully those 3 games will last. Like I said, I like games that are over 100 hours in that. Over 100 hour plus. And if I was playing WoW or something on game console, I'll probably play WoW for a while, see how that goes. But there is nothing like that. Even what is it called? Guild Wars 2. If Guild Wars 2 came on PlayStation, I'm definitely going to be playing that because I like something like those type of games. Those games are usually a lot longer. They last longer, and duration. You can play as long as you want without anything, and I don't know. My future of gaming is very slim. I don't know what the long term will be, but all I can say is that I might not be able to stream very much longer because I can't afford anything because I'm on disability. And I don't think I have anything. And this is one thing I would not ask for anybody to do that because I'm just not that person. I'm not that person. All I all I ask, you know, all I ask for is making sure that myself and beyond and knowing to tell you my story of this problem that I have is that my future is really slim. I really don't know if I can go on or not. I don't know. It all depending on if I can do it as long as I can. Now, I just want you guys to know this so that you know what is happening and all that stuff and my personal thing. Like a lot of things are getting more expensive and food and rent and everything else is going to be expensive. I don't know if I'll be able to stream all the time. I might have to stream like some things, but I don't know if I'll be able to afford to even put up the internet for this place or the next place or anything. Like if say if one of the homes go up in smoke or something like that, then here you go. You got a place that's going to be condemned. This place is gone. Everything inside is pretty much gone, and not it's really worrisome. And my family does not see that in the way what I see. They because they're old and they don't care because they're gonna be passing away soon, and it sucks because they already lived their life, and I still have my life to live, which I don't think I will ever have. So I don't know. I don't know if you guys would understand this or not, but this is what it is with me right now. It's like financially, I'm okay. I'm okay just long if I don't overboard, and that's why you see me not streaming a lot or like a longer extended stream, like 5 hours, 6 hours or something. You see me streaming about three and a half, no, 2.5, maybe 3.5 hours a day, maybe about that. But I don't know. I really don't know. I don't want to make myself look like I'm you know, a bad person or anything like that. It's just something that all of us need to figure out what to do. And with the war that's happening right now, I don't know what's going to happen in that regards if everybody is going to be like that because it will get worse for people that are low income. Anybody anybody who is low income are the first people that will suffer the most. People that are mid won't suffer as bad as the low income. And if it goes to their pockets, the mid pockets, then they're hurting. But the lowest ones will always be the ones that will hurt the most. And everything else like that. But I'm just hoping that once certain things do happen or whatever, and what I said about the government closing down banks and all that stuff, if you have money outside, The poor will be rich and the rich will be poor. That's all I have to say. And once that does happen, you can either help out some of them or not even help out any of them. But you don't want them to get themselves too greedy because they have to be on the low end of the spectrum, and well, you are almost equal to them as well. You might have money and all that stuff, but at least you can afford to do something about it if something does happen, like a war. But put your money somewhere where it will be safe from everything, you know? Just as long as it doesn't get gassed or nuke or anything like that, just everything's gotta be different. Um I think I'm gonna end it here for today. I know that it's morely that I talk and that, and I just wanted to say that hopefully you have my understanding on what I'm saying, especially for the low part of me that I am. For you, you'll be fine because you have everything. And you would say, why don't you get a job then? And I would love to get a job. I would actually love to get a job like doing right now, what I am doing. But the only bad part is about it is that I can't really do what I really want to do because I just don't have the requirements of doing it. I want to know how to do everything, but I just don't have. There's just no schooling for this. There's nobody to teach you how to do certain things. People learn the easy way of doing it and everything else, which I don't understand. Especially an older person like myself. Do you think a person who is in their 40s will have a chance of understanding this? You will say yes, but in a way, it won't be like that because if you have a learning disability of some sort, then it's going to be even harder for them to actually have the understanding of knowing what to do or how to do it without screwing the government because governments love to know how much you made and everything else in that, and then they subtract how much you make and everything else like that, and then you do that. There's no getting rich, there's no getting poor, or not really poor, but you know what I mean? Like there's just nothing that all of us need. I don't know. It's just so expensive where I am living right now. I'd rather be up north than being down here because it is cheaper down here than or it's cheaper up there than it is down here. It's only cheaper down here to buy groceries and clothing and that. But it's so damn expensive down here to buy apartment, to get apartment. And if you want to get a one bedroom, not just one bedroom, I mean a room to rent, it's $850. If you want to get if you want to get a studio or a bachelor, you're looking over $1,000 for that. If you're looking for a one bedroom to two bedroom house or apartment, you're looking at anything about 1,300 plus. So just under $2,000. So if you had to pay first and last month's rent, you're looking closely to 500 or $5,000. $5,000 you're looking at. That's with hydro, heat, water. Hydro we call is electricity. Hydro, heat, yeah, and water. So electricity, water, heat, you have to pay. And that could be costly and whatever else. So you're looking at over a certain amount of money and that. So and that's down here. That's where I'm living right now. And it's very sad to actually have something that expensive, and I don't know what my future is. I really don't. So anyways, if you like this stream, please leave a like and subscribe. If you don't want to do any of that, that is fine. You want to check out my other streams, you sure can. But if you like what you see, please put a like down and subscribe. And I hope you have the understanding. I'm not trying to make you guys think, oh, wants this or wants that. No, I don't want anything. I'm just telling you my situation that is happening to most people that are low income like me in that. So I'm just trying to tell you that the the um, the spectrum of what may or may not happen. So we'll see what happens. The future is ahead of us, and that we don't know what's going to happen in the next few months to even a couple of years. If this is going to be a big problem, this is going to be the biggest problem of us all. So we're just got to see what's going to happen. Hopefully, nothing will escalate and things just start going downwards, but I have a feeling it won't go down. It will just go down a little bit to the nearest dollar, and then that be it. They won't put it any higher or any lower to it. So, anyways, I'll catch you guys later, and I'll see you tomorrow around 9 a.m. or around 11 a.m. Eastern Time. That is New York time if you wanted to know. If you like this stream, hit the notification bell button so you know when I'm on, and please put a like down and subscribe. All right, yeah. I will see you tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow I'll feel a little bit better um, mentally uh, or emotionally in a way. So, all right. Catch you all later. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.